Mike Smith here with the Run Smart Project, talking to you about long-term marathon recovery. Recovering from a 26-mile race, very, very important. All the effort that goes into preparing for a race. We also want to think about what happens after the race, after you cross the finish line. Recovering for the marathon, not just the body we're talking here, but also the mind. All that preparation to get ready for that. If we're going to run a race again after this marathon, we've got to have a complete recovery cycle after the marathon. I recommend after crossing the finish line to just take a break from running for that first week, 7 full days of not being a runner. Hide those running shoes, sleep in, enjoy some time off, and really take a mental break. It's well deserved after all that work preparing for your goal race for 26 miles. Let the body rest. Sometimes we get itchy or antsy, been training all that time, want to get out there and still run. Try not to run that first week. If you really need to do something cross-train, pick a low-impact activity like biking or swimming to just get that out of the system. That might actually speed up the recovery process as well, as it allows you to move the blood and flush out some of the damage and that everything that's built up in those muscles with the trauma of a 26-mile race. Going into week 2, I recommend running 50% of the days that you were running during your peak mileage. So if you're running 6 days a week, during that second week of recovery, recommend getting down there 3 days. And really, this isn't a time to worry about pace at all. This is one just to look at duration. I say during that second week, don't run farther than 60 minutes. So keep those runs under an hour long, run nice and easy, and don't worry about how fast you're going. Into the third week of recovery, now we can talk about adding more days, but still limit duration. Still, this is not a time to add workouts or intensity. Just get back out there and ease into things. A lot of people will say that they're ready to go again after 2 weeks after a marathon. What we want to look at is 6 months down the road. If we really start that recovery or end that recovery process too early, that's when we run into trouble. So we want to plan down the road. We're being a happy, healthy runner. Really want to take this time coming out of that recovery period to just ease back into things. So wait until that third week to increase days, back to 5-6 days a week, however much you are typically running. And now into that fourth week, we can start talking about adding in workouts. The first workouts you want to add in after some time off like this, we recommend fartlek running. So that's just periods of increased pace running with periods of rest after. And we're not looking at specific pace, just looking at effort here. So coming into those first few workouts, try to do some 2 or 3 minute pickups. And really, again, this isn't one where we want to look at the watch or worry about how fast we are now than before the marathon. This is just branching or bridging the gap to those future workouts where we can start looking at pace. We're going from a period of no running and slowly acclimating back into turning the legs over and running at some faster paces. As far as when it is time to race again, that's an individual decision, but certainly want to look for indicators in the body and the mind that you're excited, that you're enthusiastic, that you have goals, and that you're not feeling like you just need to race because something's missing or you just have to get back out there. Really want to have clear goals and feel like that enthusiasm is up, and also know that the body is fully recovered and you can feel like it's hard to hold back. You're just itching to get back out there. You've completed these 3 weeks of no workouts, limiting duration and watching the pace, now easing into things into the fourth week. Then we can think about racing again. To sum it up, that those first few weeks after the marathon are really important for making a full recovery cycle and ensuring that you're ready to go for whatever comes next for you.